Boss Logic recently tweeted about something he heard about Kraven the Hunter in Phase 4 of the MCU. This is a pretty wild story. See what I did there? Because it's Kraven. Wild story.
It's like the news, but for nerds.
Today's shout out goes to Jimmy Erbelding. Indeed, Justin Hammer is said to replace Norman Osborn according to the MCU rumor mill. Stay to the end of this video where we will ask another nerd card question. What's up everybody? Happy Tuesday to you. I'm Josh. Welcome back to the den. Real quick show notes, there might not be an episode tomorrow. I know it's sad news, but I am actually still in the process of moving and setting things up here and getting ready for San Diego Comic-Con this weekend. But smash like if you're excited for San Diego Comic-Con and make sure you have notifications enabled and all that. All right, so this came across my timeline yesterday, and at first I thought a bunch of news outlets were doing articles based on some fan art that Boss Logic had done. Because all the headlines were like, Boss Logic leads to us thinking this, Boss Logic leaks something about MCU Phase 4, Boss Logic is saying that Kraven the Hunter is gonna be from Wakanda. And Boss Logic, if you don't know, is a really popular digital artist. I think that's the best way to describe him. He does very high quality work and has actually gotten to the point now where he does official posters for Marvel. It's really cool stuff. I've seen this guy on Instagram for a long time. Shout outs to Boss Logic, killing the game with sweet memes and awesome fan art. But yeah, I thought that's what was going on because this guy's blowing up so much right now. I thought people were just grabbing some kind of piece that he made on Instagram and then extrapolating a story out of this. Like, wouldn't this be cool for the MCU? But no, that's not what this was at all. Apparently Boss Logic literally heard from a source something that is on the table for Kraven the Hunter in the MCU. Like, he literally says in the tweet that he heard from a source. And what's really wild about this, all right, we'll stop after that. But what's crazy is he could actually have legitimate sources at this point because, you know, as I just stated, he actually works somewhat in conjunction with Marvel Studios to create some of these official posters. But here's what the crazy rumor is, that Marvel Studios is considering making Kraven the Hunter from Wakanda, but actually having him descend from a tribe of Wakanda that was exiled a long time ago. But what he's saying is this is on the table. Like, Marvel is considering this for the way they might do Kraven the Hunter in the MCU, which we think might happen in the third Tom Holland Spider-Man movie. Now, of course, anytime there's a big change like this from a comic book character to something on the silver screen, everybody has an opinion. And so I honestly want to know, what is your opinion off this? You know, just based off of what you're hearing, what do you think about this? Do you think it would work? Do you think it would be cool or no? And tell me why in the comments. Now, I'm actually a fan of this. I particularly love how the MCU sort of adjusts the origin or things about a character to make it a little more realistic and to tie it to its own canon. A great example of this is what they do with Wanda and Pietro, who of course is Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch, right? So what they did there was tied them into the Infinity Stones and have their power be developed by an Infinity Stone rather than have them be mutants. And like I said, I like this a lot. So having this tribe exiled from Wakanda and have Kraven the Hunter be from Wakanda, I think it makes a lot of sense. It could be really cool, explain the hunter aspect of him. Also would probably give him access to a ton of crazy technology. I mean, he'd probably know people like Claw. He would have maybe even known who Killmonger was. And I'm also just loving how you could have scenes with Peter Parker either in Wakanda or maybe conversing with some Wakandan people, whether that be Shuri or whether that be T'Challa the King himself. I think it would be really cool to bring that element into the third Tom Holland Spider-Man movie. And I'm really excited about maybe doing a version of Kraven's Last Hunt or The Last Hunt with a Wakandan Kraven the Hunter. It just sounds kind of dope to me. But again, let me know what you're thinking in the comments below. Now, the writers and the director of Spider-Man Far From Home have expressed interest in Kraven the Hunter like over and over again in interviews. Like, this really seems like something they want to do. This is a character they would love to put into the third movie. And we've known that Feige has wanted to work with Kraven the Hunter for a long time. He wanted Kraven the Hunter as the villain for Homecoming. Like, all the way back then, that's what Feige wanted, and he's had his eye on that character for a long time. Now that we're pretty sure that Spider-Man Far From Home will cross that $1 billion threshold and allow Marvel Studios to produce the third Tom Holland Spider-Man movie, I think it just makes sense to do something like this with Kraven because they've wanted it, and tying Kraven into the like bigger, wider fabric of MCU lore is really interesting to me. Like, one of the things I'm excited about is to see how Wakanda and T'Challa is gonna respond to the Thanos event, to the snap and the blip. Like, That was crazy. They have the most advanced technology on the planet. How are they gonna help Earth prevent something like that from happening again? But that's basically the news out there. Guys, Boss Logic is hearing from sources that they are thinking about making Kraven the Hunter Wakandan and having him come from an exiled Wakandan tribe. What do you guys think about this? This would be a big change to this character. I think it'd be kind of cool, but I really want to know what you think. Let me know in the comment section below. Now let's check the nerd card before we get out of here. And slight spoilers for Spider-Man Far From Home. If you haven't seen it, get out of here. Don't answer this question. But the question is, what is the name of the female Skrull that is accompanying Talos as he is, of course, pretending to be Nick Fury and she's pretending to be Maria Hill? The question is, what's the name of that female Skrull? Answer that question in the comment section below. As I always say, I hope you're having an awesome and a nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video.